Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about Paolo Banchero, whichever way you want to pronounce his name. We're going to be talking about Paolo in today's video. Now, before we get into him, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal will be 100 likes, and please subscribe to the channel. This is really important. At the current time of filming this video, I am 17 subscribers away. So if you are new to the channel, if you are a Pistons fan, if you've been watching the team for many years, please sub to the channel. This channel is dedicated to the Pistons. I want to put them in the best light because we know that the media will not represent us in a positive way. So please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit that goal. I was trying to hit it by the end of this year, but I want to hit it by today because December 6th is actually my 1-year anniversary of hitting 1,000 subscribers. Last year, December 6th, 2020, I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to hit 4,000 today. So please sub to the channel. All right, now before we get to Paolo, let's talk about the Pistons, the current situation that we're in right now. So the Pistons are obviously struggling. I don't have to talk too much about them. We're obviously a young rebuilding team right now. We're undermanned. Having no Kelly Olynyk really has hurt us in these past few games. Killian Hayes, he missed time as well. This team is just undermanned, really young right now, inexperienced, and we need help. We need a lot of help. And in free agency and in the draft, Troy Weaver will look to help the areas that we're weak on. And I'm sure in the draft, Paolo will be one of those top guys who Troy Weaver is looking at. Now, Paolo does have a few issues that I will discuss in this video, but I will say that I am not a medical expert. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm just a Pistons fan with an opinion. So look, Paolo right now, he's 19 years old. He plays at Duke. He's 6'10" and 250 pounds. So let's talk about the first issue that he's having right now. So the first issue that he's having right now is cramps, okay? So far this season at Duke, he's been having a really bad problem with cramps during games. I'm gonna play the clip here in a second. It's basically gonna be a reporter talking about Paolo's cramps. Play that clip.
Cramps have been an issue for him in two of the biggest games, first against Kentucky and then later against Gonzaga in that game on Friday. He said in the press conference, "This has never happened to me before."
So yeah, man, that's the first thing that's kind of weird and kind of odd. It's like, you know, usually when I played basketball, I got cramps, but it was never in games. It was usually a few times after games or after practice. I never really dealt with them in games, so I don't really understand, you know, how that really works, because I'm sure the adrenaline makes it less painful when you have cramps, but at the same time, I don't know. So I do find it interesting that he's having cramps when he should be really hydrated, because we're going to be talking about the sweating thing later. According to the sweating stuff, they've been having him drink a lot of Gatorade and water and a whole lot of fluid. So it's kind of weird to hear him talk about having cramps when he's taking in so many fluids into his body. Now let's talk about this sweating thing, man. So according to these new reports, Paolo has been losing 7 pounds per game. Very interesting. Now when you first hear that, immediately you go to, what the heck is going on? What is wrong with this guy? What type of issue is this? And that's how I was when I first heard it. I was like, this is very bizarre, very odd. I haven't heard this issue happen with too many basketball players. You can sometimes hear with, you know, wrestlers or track stars, they lose a lot of pounds really quickly, but when it comes to basketball players, I haven't really heard this issue quite frequently. So at first I was kind of like, what the heck is going on with Paolo? But I began to do my research and I started to listen to medical experts, and according to them, the majority of the medical experts that I listened to said that this is not that bad and not that uncommon. I'm going to play the clip here in a second from a YouTube medical expert, and he's basically going to be talking about, you know, this sweating thing. Play the clip.
Our body sweats during exercise to help dissipate heat and help to cool our body from all the energy generated during activation of our muscles and so on. And because we sweat pretty much all over our body, it's actually normal to lose quite a bit of sweat when we exercise. One study of basketball players actually found that around 1.5 liters of sweat is lost per hour during competitive games. 3 liters is equivalent to just under a gallon, and that's going to be around a weight of 8 to 9 pounds. So losing 7 pounds from sweat during a basketball game is really not that abnormal. What really matters at the end of the day is whether or not that fluid loss is replaced and what the total change in your body weight is from the start to the end of your exercise.
Yeah, so according to that medical expert, it's not that uncommon, it's not that bad. So from everything that I've seen and looked up on the internet, it doesn't appear to be that bad of an issue, but at the same time, this is still kind of bizarre to me, still out of the ordinary. You don't hear this too often, so I'm just going to continue to monitor this, because if the Pistons are going to be selecting him top in the draft, I have to fully understand and know, you know, what this whole thing is, sweating issue, because one of the main reasons why I like Paolo is because of his physicality, okay? 250 pounds, he is basically a grown man playing college basketball right now, but if he's losing this amount of pounds per game, I wonder how that's going to affect his physicality going forward throughout the rest of the college basketball season. So just in general, with the whole sweating thing, I'm going to continue to monitor Paolo and see where he ends up at the end of the season. Now, before I get out of here, I just want to talk about, why Paolo is my guy right now. Currently, if I were to pick one guy at the top of my draft board, it would be Paolo. And the first thing is that he is just well-rounded, man. Like, he does darn near everything good, and I feel like he would fit perfectly with Cade Cunningham, because those two guys, they feel very, very similar in some ways. Obviously, they play different positions, they play a different style of basketball, but they just feel similar in the way that they're both well-rounded in their games. They're not particularly great in one area, but they're just about really, really good at everything that they do. So, Cade and Paolo, those two guys together, I feel like will be massive for our team. And then if we're talking about the areas that Paolo is good at defensively, in the post, rim protection, even as a forward, he blocks a lot of shots. He's a good rebounder. He fights for second chance points a lot, so he would really, really help out with the rebounding aspect, because currently this team, we lack a big man right now. I'm sure we will address that in free agency, but adding Paolo as well, that will help out with the rebounding. He runs the floor, and then as I mentioned earlier, he is in fantastic shape. He is in NBA shape already while he's in college. So just in general, man, I really, really feel like selecting him. Currently, he is my top guy on my board. Paolo is a beast. I feel like he would fit perfectly with Cade Cunningham, and currently he's just well-rounded in just about all areas of the game. So I really, really like Paolo. I'm just going to continue to monitor his cramps issues, and then also losing 7 pounds per game. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 3K, and I'm out.